Hello! Yay! So I am finally back with a video, and as I promised I am going to do a foundation video. I already filmed this video and I was editing it and it turned out to be way too long because I had two different videos in one video. I talked about foundation shade, how to match your foundation, and how to apply foundation. And these two things are totally different from each other, totally different types of information. So I didn't want to make a video that's 30 minutes long and bore you. So yeah, I'm doing two videos and try to make them as informative as possible. So this video is all about shades, foundation, color, whatever, you know. And as you may know, because you like makeup already, there are different undertones or whatever, people expect everything already. But I wanted to do a different approach to color. I wanted to do the artistic approach. It sounds really weird, but I wanted to not only talk about undertones and just different foundation shades, but really break it down to the primary colors and how you would mix skin tones in art, because that's the same way you do it in makeup. So yeah, let's get into my video. So, talking about shades. As you know, as you should know, all the colors that you know are made up from our primary colors that are magenta red, yellow and cyan blue. And these three colors made up all other colors. You can mix any color with those three colors. Same with foundation. I have swatched my three colors, primary colors on my hand. These are not the exact primary colors, but they work. So you have blue, red and yellow. But what does it mean? What does blue, red, yellow do? And how does it relate to our skin tone? Just as a general rule, skin tones are just brown. Every single person on this planet has a brown skin tone. Caucasian people are brown, Asian people are brown, African people are brown. There's just different kinds of brown skin tones. To create our skin tone, we have to need a basic brown shade. I have my primary colors, and what happens when you mix all primary colors, you should have learned that in school actually. If you mix all primary colors together, it makes a really ugly, disgusting brown shade. This is our base. But this doesn't look like my skin tone, you see? It does not. Because we don't have nobody has a neutral brown skin tone. We have different undertones of brown. There are warm undertones which are made of red and yellow. There are cool undertones which are made of red and blue. And there are neutral undertones which are made of yellow and blue. So this is just a generalization. If you have a warm undertone, you have reds, yellows and some hints of blue. This is just natural. So don't say, oh, I have a warm undertone, I have to mix yellow and red to make my skin tone. No, then you just have orange. If we want to mix skin tones, we take our neutral brown shade and mix our different skin tones, undertones into our base shade to create our new shade. So, but how does this knowledge relate to our skin tones, whatever? So, looking at my skin tone, what do you see? You may think Asian, you see yellow. That's right. And most people would say, oh, he is yellow, he is not red, meaning he has a warm undertone, which is not right. I don't have a warm undertone. I have a warmish undertone, but I actually have a neutral undertone. Look at my skin tone. It's not really yellow. If you want yellow, I have yellow. But it's more, I think it would be more greenish, maybe, meaning there's some blue in it. And that therefore means that I have a neutral undertone. A neutral-ish undertone. You can't say that this person is just cool, warm or neutral. It's a gradient. It's like coolish, warmish, tending to more whatever. You know what I mean? I have an example why I'm not a warm undertone. Really easy. I had my brown base shade on my hand, and I mixed on the one hand yellow and blue, on the other hand yellow and red into the basic brown shade. Look at this skin tone. Do you think that it matches my hand in the slightest? No, it just looks really orange. Some people have this warm undertone, this warm shade, but I don't, because I'm not really warm. I'm more this. This is not matching my hand, I know, but we come there later why. But it looks better than this hand. It looks greenish, yellowish. It looks olivey, like more olive undertoned. You see green, you see yellow. You don't see the blue because the blue is mixed into the yellow. Therefore, you don't think that they are blue, but actually in every single skin color there's blue. An olive undertone is just a warm undertone with tending to be more neutral, because olive is green, green is blue and yellow mixed together. Just as easy as it is. So, you see, this hand doesn't match me, this hand matches me more. But why doesn't this hand match me? It's because we have our perfect base shade for our undertone, but we don't have our color value. The color value means the darkness or lightness of a color. Because I'm this color, have this undertone, but I'm not this dark. My hand is not this dark. I have to mix white in it to make it lighter. And if you want to darken it, you would mix. Normally, you would mix black, but black can make your color, I would say, imperfect, because blacks have different undertones. If you have blue black, then there's more blue in here now after mixing the black in it, so it tends to be more bluish, a bluish undertone. Therefore, I try to avoid mixing black and try to have have a more saturated color scheme, because this is really light, but if I put more yellow, more red, more blue in it to make it more saturated, then it will be darker. And I maybe put a hint of black, just a hint of black. Be careful with mixing black into your colors in general, just with art as well. So I've mixed into my perfect undertone base shade white to make it lighter, and now see on my hand, there is no hint of foundation on it. You don't see it. It's perfectly matched. And I can promise you, I didn't just remove the foundation. I really mixed freaking white into my foundation. Just so you know. Yeah. So this is basically all you have to know about shades. You can mix any skin tone with the 3 primary colors, red, yellow, blue, and white and black. See, I just mixed my own skin tone. This is how I work when I do makeup for clients. Just a little side note. There is nobody with a totally green undertone, neutral undertone. There's nobody with a totally cool undertone, reddish undertone, pinkish undertone. There's nobody with a totally warm undertone. With all different gradients. For example, the only people who have really like cool undertone are, for example, how would you say, people with red hair, because their skin is so thin that you can see the veins underneath showing through. Therefore they are more red, because blood is red. You know, just a little side note. So how does it relate to our everyday life? You will probably not mix your foundation shade every single time you do your makeup. You will go out and buy a foundation. But with your knowledge in mind, you know what to look for. You know how to avoid mistakes and how to avoid buying the wrong foundation shade. I'm going to demonstrate it to you. So I have zoomed into my face. As you can see, This is a really warm undertone. It's pineapple orange and it doesn't match. If I blend it in, it looks weird. It looks ashy. Why does it look ashy? It's not too light. It's my skin value. It looks ashy because it's the wrong undertone. Look at this. This is a more yellow undertone with hints of green. Huh. This could work somehow, I think, in winter when I'm more light. This is way too light. This is a olivey undertone. It's darker. It has slightly warmer undertone. Here, some yellow, some blue, some orange, some red. I mean, look at it. Look at it. None of this really match my face. This is too ashy, too, I don't know, warm, cool, whatever. This is too light, but would match me. This is too dark and too whatever, reddish. What do we do? If you don't find your real foundation shade in the line, but you like the formulation, I like these two foundations, you can mix them. Aha, we are getting there. We are getting there. See, it looks better. Like the middle line where I mixed it, it looks a lot better. See? It's more blended in, it looks better. Yeah. This is what you do. Find your foundation shade, swatch it on your face, on your neck, because you don't want to really match to your face, because then it looks weird when it doesn't match your neck, but you want to match somewhere in between. I have just mixed two foundation shades to create my new shade, because the beauty store didn't have my foundation shade, which is a bummer, but I can work with this. I like the formulation of the foundation so much that I had to buy it and made the shade work, because I knew my undertones. The first shade, the lighter shade, was really yellow. I really liked that yellowish undertone, yellow neutral greenish undertone, but it was a light. Second one was too dark and it was way too warm, so I mixed those two shades to create my perfect shade, because I like both shades in a way, but I like them together even more. And the first shade I swatched, I don't even like it. It doesn't match my face. It just doesn't match my face. I can't buy that shade. And there's no relation to my skin tone, so I can't use it. So what to look out when you go out buy foundation? Swatch it on your face, swatch it on your neck, because you want a connection between your neck and your face. Go out of the store in natural daylight and look at it in a mirror. Don't buy foundation just by the what you see in the store, because foundation, like store lighting, is really bad, and people in stores, they just want to sell stuff and they don't really help you, and most of the people there don't even know what I just taught you about those different undertones. And they know undertones, but they don't know how they really are broken up into the primary colors and everything, so they don't know the basics about color. I taught you this today, and you should be mindful of buying your foundation shade and matching, because now we don't have any reason to have bad foundation matches anymore. So, to recap what we learned today. Skin tones are just different brown tones. We can mix the brown tone with the primary colors red, yellow, blue. But then this only makes a neutral brownish undertone that is not good for our skin tone. We have to find out our skin undertone by looking at it, just saying what you see, and then mixing the perfect undertone colors into our brownish undertone. If we have our perfect base shade, we can adjust the value, the darkness or the lightness of our foundation. And then we have our perfect foundation. But when you go out in the store, we have pre-mixed foundations, and we might have to mix different foundation shades to have our perfect shade. If you're lucky and have your perfect shade, then that's good. But if you go out in the store, please be careful and see it in natural lighting, because only in natural lighting you see the true color of your foundation. I hope you liked my video and I hope it was informative. The next video is going to be how to apply a foundation, and I hope you like my video. Don't forget to subscribe down below, like it, comment something really nice, share it with your friends so they know knowledge, because knowledge is power. And yeah, don't forget to just have a really happy day. See ya. Tschüss.